What is up? We're back. 5th episode. Second time this week. Only 2 of us.
Gonna be 2 of us tomorrow too.
Yep. I mean, we're bored. We got alcohol. Just trying to make things work.
All right, so we're doing something different today. We're gonna go with a fantasy draft for baseball. There's only 2 of us. 12 teams. 6 teams for myself.
Flip that coin, bitch.
6 teams for Jerry over here. We have DJ Na with us tonight. He's just playing songs. All right. So, how's your tails? First pick.
Tails. Tails never fails.
Oh, I dropped it. Fuck. What is it? What is?
I can't.
Okay, it's tails. Jerry, first pick.
I'm not fucking around. We're going with Trout.
All right. So
every year.
Trout from Jerry. First round. Yes, I'm typing it out so we can keep track of it. So, I guess we should explain the rules of the league, correct?
Yeah. And then I'll give you a little reason.
Right. It's a 12-team league. Head-to-head points. It's the only good leagues. No one wants to fuck around with that roto stuff. So, 12-team, 6 teams for myself. Jerry just made his first pick. Team 1 with Mike Trout.
I don't know. I don't see any – you can't really argue not selecting him first. I mean, you can argue it, but you can't find an argument against it. I mean, every year he produces at least 30 home runs. And I kind of wish he'd go back to what he did earlier on when it was, 40 stolen bases or whatever, 35, some shit like that. I don't know. But I think for the next 10 years, he'll be a safe number 1 overall pick. Similar to like the length of Miguel Cabrera's production.
All right. So my first pick for team number 2 is going to be Mookie Betts.
Shit. Surprising.
Why is that surprising?
Because it's not Bryce Harper.
Oh, that's true. Bryce will come to me later in this round.
He will.
But
he 100% will.
Mookie Betts, the only reason he's continuing to build his way up. Great defensively, although it doesn't matter in fantasy. Has a lot of power, great average, and going to continue to build that team in Boston and be a centerpiece.
My turn?
Yes, you are up, my friend.
All right. Third, we are going with the third baseman for the Orioles, Manny Machado. His power numbers have come through. The last 2 years, he's been over 32 home runs, over 100 RBIs. Still steals bases, not that many, but
he had 0 stolen bases last year.
Not last year, but like prior to last year. Still steals bases. Can't steal bases.
Again.
I completely slipped my mind.
And he's not
completely fucking slipped my mind.
And he's the third best third baseman left on the board. Although he has shortstop
eligibility.
eligibility.
Third baseman on the board.
Arenado.
He's better than Arenado.
Okay. While you're making your next pick, I'm getting the stats up. We can argue about that later. But
fuck you.
All right. So what was it, Machado? So I can keep my list over here since this guy doesn't have paper in his house.
I'm fucking looking for paper.
All right. So you pick Machado. Remember, these are different teams, so you can go back and take an outfielder if you'd like. I'm not going to do that, but you can. I am going to select someone who's a batting title contender every year, and Jose Altuve. A position. DJ Na loves that pick.
I like that pick, too.
He's been on his team forever.
He's disrespected.
But he's making, what, $4 million a year, $2 million a year, something like that. Batting .330.
The only reason he wasn't MVP is because of Mike Trout.
Yeah, .330, .340 every year. Last year, he came out big power numbers for a guy that's like 5'3". 5'6". He looks 5'3" on TV. Hitting 24 home runs. That's huge for him. And he's going to continue to do it. All he has to do is keep that strike zone small. They're going to throw it in there. Give him a hit.
Yeah, it's not a drop for Frank's picks tonight.
I know. They're wonderful.
Anyway, what are we at, 6?
We're at 5. You picked Jose, or you picked Trout and Machado. I picked Mookie and Jose.
You should play devil's advocate. Mix it up to the only pitcher worthy of a pick this high.
You stole my pick, so give me a minute here.
The exception of last year. He had 300 strikeouts in 2015.
Well, not even that. No, exceptional last year.
But
really?
He wouldn't have been a first-round pick.
Okay.
Knowing he wasn't going to play as much. But, like I said, only pitcher worthy of that exception.
All right.
For many reasons.
I'm taking the best third baseman now. Let me type in Kershaw for you. Dutch, any guesses for best third baseman? You want me to
You guys
guess?
paying
Not
attention?
one?
This is not. He has not picked one national yet. Not one.
Oh, there will be a few.
A few.
Oh, two. I'm thinking. Well, you're not picking anyone? Really? You don't? Okay, whatever. According to ESPN leagues, common ESPN leagues, he's the second highest scorer among all batters last year. Nolan Arenado. It's going to continue to happen as long as he's in Colorado. Probably going to continue outside of Colorado. But 41 home runs, batting 290, 295. Any argument?
No, not. I don't have an argument for him in the first round.
All right, well,
Why the fuck?
I feel like we're going to miss somebody. That's very important.
Probably, but what are we at now? 8?
We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. All right. Same with the third baseman. Going Donaldson out of Toronto every year. The last 2 at least. Since he's been in Toronto,
And I think it was quiet last year.
No, it was. Well, it was quiet, but he still had, what, 40
No, but I'm
home
saying,
runs?
like, I can look right now. I have them all up right here. 37.
37 home runs. I think he was top 10 in points.
1 away from 100 RBIs.
Yep.
He was top 10 in points in ESPN. All right, good pick. All right. So this is going to throw me off of this whole not being one team. There's a lot of different ways you can go. Oh man, you're gonna kill me here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a first baseman, and specifically,
Goldschmidt.
nope, not Goldschmidt. Specifically because, unlike in the past, first base is very small.
If you take Ryan Zimmerman, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
First base is very small, very, very, very weak at the back end. You could have 12 that are going to get you through, but if you mess up, someone takes a utility, you're going to end up with a 12th, 13th first baseman, you're going to be screwed. So I'm going to take Anthony Rizzo.
Over Goldschmidt.
Over Goldschmidt.
Why?
Yes, because I'll tell you what. He has more protection in that lineup. He's going to get more
He's
pitches.
proven he doesn't need protection.
No.
No one needs protection.
True. And Goldschmidt, his biggest thing, if it was a Roto League, I'm picking Goldschmidt.
If it was any league, I'm picking Goldschmidt.
He's going to get more stolen bases, most likely than, well, obviously than Rizzo.
More home runs, a better average.
No, not more home runs.
And, I mean, if we're really doing the whole – it's not fantasy, but better defensively, he has a gold glove. But no, actually, Rizzo got a gold glove this year.
I'm taking Rizzo. End of conversation. I'm taking Rizzo. I'm happy with my pick. If I can get Rizzo at the 8th pick, obviously there's a few names you can throw around there, but I'm happy with it.
You know what? Just out of fucking spite, I'm taking Goldschmidt.
Oh, I thought you were going to take Ryan Zimmerman.
I'm taking Ryan Zimmerman. I fucking have never played fantasy baseball before. No, Goldschmidt, he had 20 plus deals last year, right?
Oh, let me look.
He started the year hitting like 220, ended up in the low 300s, I want to say. Once you get those stats up, I will confirm what I'm saying.
You said Goldschmidt, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, we're not prepared this week, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
He had 32 stolen bases.
32 stolen bases.
That's why I said
Roto baseman.
24 home runs.
Okay.
297 average.
297. How many games did he play? Did it say?
No, right now I don't have him.
He had that injury.
Well over. He played over 120, I'd say.
I'm not sure. I know they were him and AJ Pollock. They were.
Yeah, that whole team was fucked up.
It was a fucked up team.
Zach Greinke with like what?
A lot of
ERA?
potential. A lot of potential. And
Who did they add?
Shelby Miller.
Who did they add though?
Recently?
Yeah, with potential.
I know they let fucking Wellington Castillo go.
They let somebody bigger than that go.
Did they?
Gene Segura.
Oh yeah, but they did get Taiwan Walker and Ketel Marte.
Taiwan's going to be an ace there. If he can get his whole rotation figured out, add a little more deception, he's going to be an ace. But that's a little off topic. All right, so you took Goldie.
Yeah, when's Mr. 350 going to go?
Mr. 350?
I know who you're talking about.
Who's he talking about? Annette? You're talking about Murph?
Yeah.
He's not going in the first
Please
round.
take him in the first round. So I can fucking rip you apart.
As amazing as it would make me feel, he didn't hit 350. He didn't hit 350. He didn't hit 340. No, he didn't.
348.
I'm looking right now. He didn't. He didn't even win the batting title.
Won the league.
He didn't even win the batting title.
Before I know you get a trophy. I also have to have it engraved.
He
What's your team name?
say that again. What was your team name?
It was the Milky Way.
Do you have him on your team?
No.
Damn, he really did hit 347.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
All right, well,
He went to you can thank Kevin Long. You can blow Kevin Long.
Milky came back to the team at the end of the year.
all right. Well, I'm not going to take Murph. He can't do that every year. He might hit 290, 300. He's not hitting 347. I am going to go to a position we have not talked about yet. I'm going to look at shortstop. There is
Don't do it.
1, 2, 3, 4 players.
I have 4 on my head.
There's 4. I'm not taking Trey, so stop.
I have 3 left.
Then you would have 5.
No.
Who are your
I
4?
was
Tell me.
assuming you were going to either go Turner, Lindor, Seager, or fucking Correa.
Okay. You are correct. Only because I'm going with Carlos Correa. Let me tell you why. Let me get the numbers up. I want to be correct on my numbers.
Fucking stupid.
Let me be correct on my numbers. Honestly, and my actual team, where he just talked about the trophy, he may not even be a keeper. But let me talk about these numbers real quick. We got time, you know?
I think after this we hit some honorable mentions.
No, after it, we hit some honorable mentions.
Yeah, I have one more pick after this, and then you have one more.
Oh, Jesus,
So we
man.
have to.
I spelled Correa wrong.
Fuck. I'm a fucking school teacher. I spelled Correa wrong.
All right, so as I was saying, if you look at Correa's second half, let me get in here. He went from hitting 260 in the first half to 292 in the second half. His power went a little down, 14 home runs in the first, 6 in the second. But I'm looking for that average. He gets that average up to 290, continues the power where he hit 20 home runs this year. If you can give me 25, I'm happy with that. At the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th pick, I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with the upside. Speaking of upside, I think this asshole's about to take who I would have taken next.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wrestling with myself because this guy might end up with his dream player in the next draft. Because I think I'm going to keep Francisco Lindor.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you.
My next pick.
Okay.
I mean,
So what we got?
he kind of came out. You want to stop?
I'm coming.
That's my 11th.
Okay.
He kind of came out and surprised everyone, not as much with the contact, but with the power. He displayed power. In the playoffs,
He did?
He displayed power. More or less, like, he's more known for being defensive. But his offense was one of the catalysts in that team.
Did you hear the story about him?
Which one? Where he used to, like, your dad, like, threw rocks at him or some shit?
No. He would stand at the bottom of a hill. Okay? We're doing this right after this podcast. Okay?
Yeah, we got a hill right up the road. It's Gardner.
He is standing at the bottom of a hill. His dad's hitting grounders to him. Did you hear why he did not want to miss a grounder?
His dad would, like, beat him with scorp. I don't know.
No. There was cows in the woods that he was scared of. He was scared of the cows.
This is probably not a real story.
He was scared of the cows. We'll post it on Twitter. He was scared of the cows that were in the woods behind where they were getting grounders.
I don't think cows go in the woods.
Oh, they go in the woods in, where is he, Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
Dominican?
Dominican. No, I don't know now.
Either way, there's cows in the woods there. If you're ever getting grounders, be scared. Now, with the 12th pick, this is never going to happen. We missed this early. I'm taking my friend out in right field. I'll wave to him a few times this year. I'm taking Bryce Harper because he is not hitting. What was it? Get it up. He's not hitting.
150.
He didn't hit 150. All right. Let me. He is not hitting. This is taking time.
No. He hit low two.
Yes.
He was like
Give me time.
240, 258 or some shit.
Give me time here. He is not hitting 243 again. It's not happening. He is not going to step in the bucket every time he takes a swing. He is not.
Put your pretty ass hands in the air, Frank.
He is not going to do that. He struggled. Let's pretend he struggled, okay? 243. He struggled there. 24 home runs, 86 RBIs. I believe over 100 walks. That's amazing.
Bro, that's a
that
retard
bat
stat. How am I supposed to know that shit off the top of my head?
that bat control. If he makes contact, it's flying. He's going to be there. But side note, I want him to move to center, put Eaton in right, so he doesn't have any
That's
walls
enough
to run
side
into.
notes.
I've said this 2 podcasts in a row. He doesn't need walls to run into. We need him on the field.
Anyway, on to honorable mentions. People that got left out for whatever reason.
Actually, you know what? This is a surprise.
No, it's
Nope, it said surprise in the title. We need to be surprising.
That's surprising.
Jesse's still in college.
I'm still in college.
So, how would you feel about doing a second round? This took 15, 20 minutes? We do a second round, or 10, 15?
Go.
All right. So, you're first again. Do you want to do snake or what?
Yeah. So
All right, we're going snake. I personally... Sorry, that's my fault. I personally need to... I need to take a picture, not a picture.
Anyway,
I'm going to take Max. I'm taking back-to-back Nats.
Yeah, it's snake.
There's only one other pitcher that you can throw out there that you think would go in the first 2 rounds. Maybe a couple others.
There's plenty.
But I'm taking Scherzer, consistent, 200 innings, Cy Young winner, 20 strikeout game. He needs 160 strikeouts to reach 2,000 in his career. He's coming to team, one of Frank? All right.
Yeah. What is this, 13?
This is 13.
I'm going to take the MVP of the National League that hasn't been brought up for whatever
Chris
reason.
Bryant, yes, because
Chris Bryant.
And you know why he hasn't been brought up?
No.
There's far too many good third basemen.
It doesn't matter.
Just like shortstop 3 years ago was
It
terrible.
doesn't fucking matter, Frank.
Just like shortstop a few years ago was a terrible position.
It's not a terrible position.
It's a great position now. Third base is a great position now, but take your Chris.
I just took him. Chris Bryant.
All right.
Book it. World Series champion, MVP.
I might go 4 Nats in a row.
I hope you do, you fucking moron.
All right. I'm going to take an outfielder. Pray that he doesn't get moved. I'm going to take Charlie Blackmon. This is my...
What the hell?
Charlie Blackmon?
I'm taking
In
Charlie
the
Blackmon.
second fucking
In
round?
the second round, I'm taking Charlie Blackmon. That's not a bad... Okay. You want to say it's bad? Let's
Frank, stop looking at stats, man.
I have to. We got time? What, are you busy
How about
tonight?
Hanley?
Oh, I'm busy.
I'm not say that again.
Hanley over Charlie Blackmon.
Okay. Charlie Blackmon, out of center fielders last year, 3rd highest score with 807. What do you think off the top of your head? We'll take a poll. What do you think Charlie Blackmon batted last year, average-wise?
320.
290.
What do you think? He batted 324, 29 home runs. The ball's going to continue to fly in Colorado.
Unless
I preface this with
what the
fuck cares?
you preface it.
I started it with he has to stay in Colorado. 29 home runs. Now he has another good bat out there, and Ian Desmond. Talks of them looking at Trumbo. That lineup is disgusting. A batting title at second base when you have Nolan Arenado, Charlie Blackmon, Ian Desmond, Trevor Story, David Dahl. When you have everybody on that team and your fucking second baseman wins the batting title, that lineup is dirty.
Yeah. All right. I got to jump to my team for the first time.
Johannes.
It's not.
It's a pitcher?
It is.
No.
We are going with Thor.
Which isn't a bad pick. But
Averages about 10 strikeouts a game.
since we did a second round, I think the last 5 minutes of this, we'll talk about our drafting strategies.
Right. Throwing gas, fucking consistent, number one on the team, on a team that's very, very loaded in the pitching department. And he's made strides every year. He's worked his repertoire to become stronger. His pitches have become sharper. And I think finally he'll be recognized as, beyond one of the games better, but one of the games elite.
All right, I'm going upside here. I'm going to say the only player in the league to be mentioned, to be a finalist and Rookie of the Year and MVP. I'm taking Corey Seager. Not because of what he did last year, but because of what he could do this year. Now, the Dodgers need that at bat. They need to protect him. But if they do that, he could be very successful. He's a great hitter. He needs to move to third someday when Turner's done with that, whatever 5 years he got. If they re-sign him, he may move to third. But it's a great pick, and I think he has a lot of potential.
Oh, he does. Yeah. I'm gonna do something that I'm completely against, and
Taking Trey Turner?
I can't not do it just based off his stats.
Trey Turner.
Daniel Murphy.
God damn it. I thought I was going to go all the Nats.
I can't. 347.
Okay.
347. Most home runs of his career by like 10.
Okay.
What? It's offensive based. He is an offensive player.
It's offensive based. But the reason I did not take him earlier.
Well, you didn't. Because of Doug.
At Winterfest this year, Daniel Murphy stated that he thinks that his leg injury is reoccurring. It could be reoccurring. If you've ever seen Daniel Murphy swing, he doesn't lift his leg. It's all knees up. If he's injured there, he's not going to be as successful. You look at the second half of the year, he was not as successful. He's still very consistent. Probably a top 10 hitter, but still not as consistent. And a year throughout that injury could be terrible.
How far are we in this?
So thank you for taking Murph.
How far are we in this round?
We took, what did I take?
Started with,
I took Scherzer.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I've had 30, I've had 2.
Yes, and my next pick is going to be another national with it is with the upside. I'm going back to shortstop with the upside. Except I'm in the playoffs over here, and there's 2 names on that trophy. Who are they? Actually, there's 3 now. DJ Nah. There's 3 now. He also told me. Who'd you tell me to take in the first round?
Yo, get back to it.
Sorry.
Come on, buddy.
Anyway, Trey Turner, steals, batting average, protected at the top now with another great bat. Good bat, Adam Eaton. He's not going to hit 340. He's probably going to get us 20 home runs, probably going to steal 30 bags, at least a full year with him. It's a consistent pick. There we go. And it's a bias.
I got a couple good options because this is fantasy baseball. This is not a real team.
Yeah.
So this is based off who's going to get you points. I'm going to go with someone
we missed someone. We had
Miguel Cabrera.
Okay.
This guy won the Triple Crown a couple years back. He hits 320 every year. He has 30-plus home runs every year except for last year.
He's the best hitter
of the last
that everyone in this room has watched from the beginning of their career to the end.
Except for Ichiro.
I didn't watch him when he was in Japan.
No one watched him when he was in Japan. You can't fucking watch that.
I'm saying from the beginning, the first game of his career, if it was on, or whatever, his rookie year to now, he's the best hitter that anyone on this podcast, anyone in this room has seen from day one to whenever his last day is, unless I die tomorrow, which is a possibility. You agree? Everybody agree? I already took Bryce.
Anyway.
Wow. All right. I'm going to stick with the consistency and the first base train. I'm not taking another Nat. I'm not going to take Anthony Rendon in the second round.
He's not a first baseman.
True. I'm going to take Edwin.
DH.
He has DH eligibility.
He's going to have a big year this year.
He's going to get first base eligibility.
He's going to have a big year.
They can put him at DH all they want, but he's going to get the 10 games you need. It's just going to happen in like July.
A lot of protection.
But if you have, help me out here, Kipnis, Lindor, a healthy Brantley,
him,
Edwin, Jose Ramirez, who was quiet but hit over 300 last year.
You got Tyler,
maybe a healthy Yan.
Tyler
Naquin. Who am I missing there?
We did mostly important people.
I'm missing one. Anyway, he's going to be consistent. He's hit 40 home runs, something like since
Napoli.
2007. He hit the most home runs or whatever, him and Chris Davis. So consistent, good hitter. Knapp's gone. He's replacing Knapp. They have a healthy starting rotation. They're going to be back in the World Series. Thank you, Jerry.
I mean, they did make a massive upgrade. Like, Napoli's going to get you – I mean, he had his best year almost.
What was your pick after Trey?
Huh?
What was your last pick?
No. I don't know. It's not important.
All right. That was the first baseman. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to –
All right, so we have we have 2 picks left each.
Switching to shortstop, American League East, Boston Red Sox, Xander Bogaerts.
Great pick. He's one of my keepers this year.
He should be.
Can we actually? Nats bias again. I'm gonna throw it back to Trey because I need to make one more point. He has shortstop eligibility, second base eligibility, and outfield eligibility. Not only is that very important at the beginning, that's very important in July when we're all looking at all these injuries.
I mean,
So
I think if you're going to look at it, I think if you look at it right now, he's a top 4 shortstop right now because I haven't seen Trey Turner play shortstop. You got him, Correa, you got Lindor, and you got,
Seager.
But I don't want to disrespect Tulo because I don't think he's done.
He's not. He's a top 5. You got to put Bogaerts in there.
You do.
Okay, sorry, I had to make that point.
I just think, as far as like the shortstop is not a relatively strong position. 4 or 5 of the people in the draft are going to get a good shortstop. Maybe less because people might take 2 shortstops so they can get that second base shortstop flex /ish position filled out early because then they have an advantage over the rest of the league. If they get that position filled out, even if they're just taking another shortstop, that means another team doesn't get that guy. And they have
as far as fantasy?
Yeah. And then they'll have trade leverage.
That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping Trey and Bogaerts.
If you have 2 shortstops and you only need 1, you have trade leverage to go after someone huge.
Actually, I'm keeping 3. So if you want a shortstop next year.
Whatever, man.
All right. I'm going to go to a position we haven't talked too much about. We've got 2 of them. I feel like Murphy went above 2 that he should not have. Definitely 1, maybe 2. But there's 2 that have been talked about, or 1 that has been talked about, trade rumors, and Brian Dozier. I am not taking him. I'm going to take Robbie. What do you feel about that?
Oh, that's a good one. He balled last year. He finally figured it out in Seattle. Like, it's a good pick. You don't need to do that.
It's your next pick.
My pick?
Yep. It's your last pick.
I might as well bring it back. Cespedes. I mean, he could go earlier. He's hitting over 300, 35 home runs, 100-plus RBIs, some stolen bases here and there. But when he has big games, he has massive games. And these games are 20-plus points. And those are the kind of games that flex you into a win. So,
all right, there's a few ways I can go. We haven't seen a lot of pitchers, so I'm going to go there. But we looked. There's Joey Votto left.
Buster Posey,
who didn't have too great of a year, and I'm worried if they don't get somebody that they can put behind the plate and give him some time off, he's going to be screwed. But I'm going to go with a pitcher. I'm going to go with Mad Bum, I think. The model of consistency, he's built like a goddamn horse. He's just great. He never has any serious injury issues. You can put him out there any day of the week. He's going to do what he needs to do. He's going to get batters out. He's going to strike batters out. He's going to give you innings. He's a consistent pitcher.
Right. All right, we'll hit on some honorable mentions. We're just going to rattle off the top of our head.
I'm going to get a
who hasn't gone.
Gone here.
I mean, you can go with Chris Sale and Joey Votto. Chris Sale, especially in Boston, has got a lot more run support. He's with a lot more wins. Sale, Votto, even JD Martinez, someone like that, is very valuable in a fantasy format.
A player that's not going to go in the first 3 rounds, but that's going to be somebody you want to watch is Brantley. If he's healthy, he is going to get you points.
Absolutely.
He's one of the best hitters in the league.
If McCutchen bounces back, he's a top 10 player. If he bounces back. Why the hell not?
George Springer,
also very valuable.
Ryan Braun.
Ryan Braun was valuable last year.
Yep. And if he ends up in LA, he's a lot more valuable than he is in Milwaukee.
Brian Dozier. He getting 40 home runs from the second base position.
Where do you think he's going to go? If he goes anywhere.
I feel like if he goes anywhere to end up in LA. I really do. I think he's more likely than Braun.
Okay,
I feel like the package would. I mean, it'd probably be huge still.
You want me to be Nats biased again?
No.
Can I be Nats biased again?
Nah, we'll save that.
I'm gonna say it. If you want a legitimate third base option in like the 5th round, go for Rendon.
I'm not saying 5th round. There's still way too much value, but like
in
the 5th round, you can pop like as much as Rendon's valuable.
Okay, he scored in ESPN regular leagues, points leagues. He scored more than Yo. Yo had the injuries. He scored more than Buster. He scored more than Kutch, who had an off year. He scored more than Chris Davis, who also had an off year, but he's very consistent in the 600 to 700 point range. He's going to help a team out someplace. With that being said,
well, anyway,
wait, say what you're going to say.
I'm saying. Anyway, this was kind of fun. It was interesting.
We said we were going to cover one more thing.
Kept this shit different. But I mean, we're trying to, like I said yesterday, like not every day or all of us gonna be able to get together. So
but we have the week off. We figure we can get you some time.
I mean, I don't, but I'm still making the time.
I have the week off. We figured. I said earlier that we would cover both of our drafting strategies.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
My strategy has always been, and I have two
Draft
titles in our
fucking
league.
Prospects.
I have 2 titles in our league, 1 title in our league.
I have 2.
Another title in another league. In very competitive leagues, it's always been in a points league to draft the pitchers later. To draft
based off our scoring. Yes.
To draft the pitchers later because there's more. Last year there was not more. So I think I'm going to look for someone like an ace, like probably not a Kershaw, because I'm not taking a pitcher in the first round.
He's saved. He's not going anywhere.
In our league, yes. But if I'm drafting a new league, I'm probably not looking at a Kershaw. I'm probably not looking at a Scherzer. But a Thor, a Bumgarner, one of those top guys, a Sale, one of those top guys is someone you need to get because there's not going to be those people coming up that are going to throw those numbers that you found in Michael Fulmer or somebody that you dragged off the waiver wire. You're not going to find that. Because the year before, I found people like fucking Pomeranz, all these people just right off the waiver wire that are getting you 20 points a game. It's not going to happen. It could happen.
Sure.
But Jarrell Cotton's not going to be great.
Looking at the league I'm in every year, it's been a tradition now for about 4 years. But what I found out is that there's certain positions that are shallow, and if people don't pay attention to those in the draft, your team ends up winning.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 positions that stick out to me, which are evident, I mean, not just based off of, looking at the league and looking at rosters, but catcher. Because catcher is shallow. If you don't have Buster Posey, your next tier is, Wilson Ramos.
I'm going to see if you name him.
I guess Brian McCann.
I'm going to see if you name him. And I don't know if he has eligibility.
I won't say Russell Martin.
Schwarber?
Schwarber. If Schwarber is eligible as a catcher.
If he has the eligibility. I don't know if he does.
If he's eligible as a catcher, he's top 5.
Being out the whole year is a lot of weird rules.
Honestly, I had Wellington Castillo plugging the gap for me for a while. Who? Yeah, Steven Vogt. He always ends up with he always ends up with catcher eligibility, even though he's like a DH first baseman deal.
And before,
but other than that, it's shortstop. And I'm only saying that there's 4 or 5 superstars at that position. But if you have a minimum of an 8-man league, that means 3 people are getting left out. And if you can take advantage of that shortstop position, you're gonna absolutely not regret it.
I think more so in the past, outfield is actually very weak. If you don't, if you look at the top 10,
I think outfield, if shortstop, some people starting shortstops are gonna be Corey Seager, Lindor, Correa. Other people are gonna have fucking Eduardo Nunez. You're gonna have Asdrubal Cabrera. You're gonna have people like that they get the job done, but they're just not that fucking.
But I think as far as stars, inherently it's gonna be weaker because you're filling 3 positions.
Right.
But you look at those 3 positions in outfield and first base, it's weak. It's really weak.
All right. Well, I think you've heard enough of our fucking stupidity.
We will be back tomorrow. I told you it's podcast
we're gonna have to
week.
figure out a topic, but we seem to have been doing it pretty all right so far.
And we will have Brian there, so it will guarantee NFL news.
There will be some football talk. There will be some baseball talk. But until then, hit us up on Twitter at PWTBL podcast.
Subscribe, like, do all that shit. I'm really sick of just do all that shit.